If you were here, you are probably looking for ease, looking for peace, looking for happiness, and want to change your life and change your circumstances. When we first get to know about manifestation, we know that by using our mind, we can manifest whatever we want and change our life altogether. I hear a lot of people use this term in a way indicating that manifestation is something that you do in order to get things. Many people also think that manifestation, that is changing your life using your mind or getting things of your desire, is a completely vague and completely bullshit thing. And it's completely impossible to get things by imagining about them. Some people also think that it works for some people and it doesn't work for others, especially for those that manifestation does not work for me, it might work for others. Some say that you need to be in the right frequency or vibration. Some say that you have to always be grateful for whatever you want and think positive and enjoy life to manifest what you want. Some say you need to do this technique or that technique, and this particular technique has some kind of magic, and you are not using this technique, so you are not getting this, or you are not being able to manifest your desires. All these things seem too much complicated, too much pressurizing, too much stressful, and it becomes a burden. And in between all this hustle and bustle, you don't even understand what does the term manifestation mean, what it really is. Hello and welcome to Eternal Freedom. I am Manjari Sengupta and I am a non-dual manifestation coach. I teach manifestation through the beautiful Vedantic approach of non-duality. And it is indeed the easiest, quickest and simplest way to manifest your desires. And today we are going to learn about manifestation, and we are going to explore the term manifestation. What does it really mean? Before we proceed further, I want to mention that I live in India, in eastern part of India, in West Bengal. Maybe many of you have heard of Kolkata, and I am a Bengali woman. And I also make some Bengali podcasts about manifestation and emotional regulation, non-duality. I make this podcast with my cousin brother, and if you are a Bengali, you can check my podcast. The podcast is in Bengali and it is named Stepping into Authentic Self. All the podcast episodes are also uploaded in YouTube. You can find all the podcasts in my Spotify as well. And if you check episode 3 of my Stepping into Authentic Self podcast, there I have explained about manifestation in Bengali. So if Bengali is your mother tongue, you can listen to that podcast and I think you will find it helpful. So for all other people, today I'm going to explain what manifestation is in English. So what is manifestation? What does the term mean? Manifestation means expression. When something which is abstract, which has no form, which is shapeless, formless, it takes a form and it expresses itself through a form, through a figure, through a body. It is called manifestation or expression. We all know that deep within we are a shapeless, formless being. You believe it or not, deep down we are all shapeless, formless soul or consciousness, awareness, sheer bliss. So this consciousness or awareness, and some people call it God. Let's not dive deeper into that right now, but let's take the term consciousness or awareness. So when awareness or this shapeless, formless being takes a form, the abstract nature of it becomes embodied into a body, into a form. It is called manifestation. So manifestation is not only get imagining about things and getting things, getting materialistic things. Rather, manifestation, the term means expression in this three-dimensional world, of the world that we can sense through our senses, we can perceive through our senses, the world that we see through our eyes, we hear through our ears, and we perceive through all other senses. This world is called the three-dimensional world. And when consciousness takes a form, the abstract nature of the consciousness is gone and it takes a form into this three-dimensional world. It is called manifestation. And when people say manifestation of desires, they also mean the same thing. They mean that the abstract nature of the desire is, when it is within your mind, it is shapeless and formless. And when the desire manifests, it actually takes the shape and form and it expresses into this three-dimensional world. So manifestation simply means expression into this world. Now the question is manifestation something that we do? Because I hear a lot of people say, okay, you are not getting this, so manifest this. You want this, okay, you manifest this. Or like you follow a process and you manifest this, as if it is something that you do externally of yourself. It happens it is something external from yourself. So is it something that we do? Simply no, we don't do it. It happens automatically. And whether you believe about it or not, you trust it or not, you know about it or not, you are manifesting all the time. It is happening all the time and you are not actively doing it. It is actually happening through you. So whenever you learn about it, then also you are not doing it. Rather, it is always and forever happening through you. Before you were unaware of it and you did not know about it. Now you are aware of it and you know of it. So when consciousness or awareness takes birth and expresses itself through a body, it is called manifestation. So manifestation is, and our finite mind or our human mind has no control over this. When a person will be born, we have no control over it. Our human mind has no control over. So it happens automatically. The consciousness or awareness takes the form and manifests itself into a body. That happens automatically and the human mind has no power over it. Similarly, the birth of every other thing, including your desires, happens automatically and we have no control over it. But there is a process through which it happens. There is a reason how it happens, and by changing ourselves, we can change how we want our life to be. And most importantly, the world is a manifestation. The three-dimensional world is a manifestation of consciousness. That means that everything that you see, whether it's a living or non-living thing, it is a manifestation because it is expressing itself into this three-dimensional world. So the entire three-dimensional world is a manifestation of consciousness or awareness. This includes your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, and all living and non-living things, whether it has its own mind or not. So I, as a human being, is a manifestation of consciousness. Similarly, this pain, this is also a manifestation of consciousness, and this pain and I are essentially one with one another. So this pain consists of consciousness and I also consist of consciousness. And we are both manifestation of consciousness and we share our being. We are essentially one with one another. Similarly, so everything that is there in this world is a manifestation of consciousness. Whichever has a form, whichever has some objective quality, that is a manifestation of consciousness. So it includes our thoughts, our feelings, our sensations, and what we essentially are has no objective quality. It is shapeless and formless. So the question is, if the manifestation process happens automatically, can we really change our life by choosing our life or desiring something else? Can we do that? Yes, of course we can do that. But we don't have direct control over it. But we have the power to change ourselves and our embodiment. And as a result, the circumstances and our life changes automatically. Before we get into that process, let me explain the types of manifestation. So, manifestation is of two types. One is automatic manifestation, and the second one is deliberate manifestation or conscious manifestation. So, the automatic manifestation or unconscious manifestation is when you have no idea or uh, no knowledge about how manifestation happens and how is your life taking form every single day, and you think that you are separate from everything. You don't know your oneness with your experiences, your oneness with every living and non-living things, including your life circumstances and including the people around you. You have no knowledge of it, and you think that everything is separate from you and the world is separate from you. So is your desires, and you think that you cannot control your life, and you have you are destined to live a life like that, and you cannot change it, and you you cannot do anything about it. And at that point of time, it feels like that life is happening to you. Life feels like a never-ending cycle of events, uh, ups and downs, and something's good happen, sometimes good happening and sometimes bad happening, and it feels like an emotional roller coaster of ups and downs and beyond your control. Now, deliberate manifestation is you are manifesting your life deliberately. You are consciously making your life. You are consciously building your life. So, when you get to know about the process of manifestation and your true nature, you get into the deliberate manifestation path, and that is also called conscious creation. So you can say that I am saying contradictory things. At one hand, I am saying that manifestation happens automatically and we have no control over it. We cannot control it, we cannot change it. And on the other hand, I am saying that yes, we can deliberately manifest things, our desires or our life. So these are two contradictory things. How can these two coexist? In order to understand that, you have to understand how does the process of manifestation happens. Well, if you are interested in knowing that, knowing how does the process of manifestation happens, then comment below that you are interested, and I'll explain to you the process of manifestation in the next video in as simple language as possible. And before we end today's episode, I can just tell you that manifestation is definitely not something outside of you that you do to get things. That's the highest form of misunderstanding of this process, and it is definitely not a mindset work and thinking and sitting and imagining. It is definitely also not that you are trying to control things and you are trying to manipulate the reality or manipulate people. It's rather just a byproduct of you changing yourself. And this changing yourself is also not about self improvement, because the one that you think you are is a very limited knowledge of yourself. Rather, it is actually more about seeing clearly who you really are, your true nature, your true being, and understanding deeply that you are one with your desires already, always and forever. You are one with everyone and everything, always and forever. And realizing that and resting in your true nature and manifesting it automatically. So, this approach is the easiest, quickest, and simplest way to manifest your desires. And it's also the way to peace, ease, and effortlessness, living in lasting happiness and enjoying life from there, enjoying your desires from there. So it's a beautiful way of life. And I offer one on one coaching for those who are interested in learning this process and changing their lives altogether by realizing their true nature. So, if you are interested in that, you can comment below. Before one on one coaching sessions, I also offer a free discovery call. So, if you are interested in that and if you want to discover your true nature, then you can comment below about that too. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and commenting and subscribing to my channel. And I love you all so much.